You don't want to look your makeup to look as if, oh, the blush is in Africa, the concealer is in Jamaica, the contour is in South France. Hi guys, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Gazzy, and I'm back again with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve this look that I'm wearing right now. What do I call this look? This is my go-to look. It's not my everyday look. I'm not putting on this much makeup every day, but it's my go-to look when I want to step out and I don't want to do too much, you know. Very cutesy, very demure. It is also a no foundation full face of makeup. And yeah, so if you want to see how I achieve this look, you want to know the products I use, everything will be in this video, even the brushes I used as well. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing how I achieved this look, make sure to stay tuned to the end. So I decided to do my brows off camera simply because they take too much time and they require a lot of focus and attention. So my brows are done. Then for skincare, I'm just going to use this bubble mist, the Ionic Centella Calming Gel Cream. I like using this during the day because it's actually quite matte and I have oily skin, so it works well for me. For the next step, I'm going to go in with bronzer. So this is the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks bronzer contour stick in the shade Ebony. I'm going to apply this for nose contour. And then on my forehead. My cheeks. And so this is my bronzer slash contour placement. So I have 2 dots on the side of my forehead, then like a little strip in the middle of my forehead. I have some bronzer on my nose and I drag it up to my eyelids. And then I have 1 dot here, 1 dot here, some on my cheekbones. I put a line on my mouth and then my jawline. And that's my placement. Then I'm going to blend with a dense brush. I don't know where this brush is from, so I can't tell you. Maybe like Shein or AliExpress. So when I'm blending in my nose contour, I blend this part, the up part, upwards into my eyelids. Kind of acts as a makeshift eyeshadow since I'm not doing eyeshadow today. You know, today is very soft. It's very, you know, soft glam, something you can wear every day, not too much. So I don't know if you saw, but when I blended my forehead, I blended everything together and then I blended it into the ones that was here, and now I'm blending the ones on my cheek into the ones that was on my temples. And now I'm going to blend this one into it as well. I don't know if anybody has ever done this, but there's been times when I did like the jaw and I forgot to blend it out. And I actually stepped out of my house looking like that. But it's fine, you know, it happens. Next step is going to be blush. I love blush, it's like my favorite step. So I used 2 blushes and 2 different colors, but one isn't a blush, one is a color corrector. So I'm using the Huda Beauty full filter color corrector in the shade Blood Orange, and I'm using the Made by Mitchell blush liquid blusher in the shade Cowlick. So I'm going to do like a, what do they call that thing again, sunset blush effect. So I apply, I think I do orange first. Yeah, I apply Blood Orange by Huda first on like just like the apples of my cheek, kind of above the apple of my cheek, and then I apply Cowlick very close to my eyes and my temples. I like my blush placement to be like quite high because it helps to lift my face. I have a round, do I have a round face? Is it oval? I use the Mima number 11 brush. It's like this slant head stippling brush, and it's really dense, so it helps to get everything together. So I just start like really, and I make sure to like keep it where it is placed. I don't want to move it around a lot. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, that's a lot of blush. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of blush. It's actually giving Oompa Loompa. Why? I'm going to use a beauty blender to soften the blush before I move on to the next step. Can you automatically see the difference and what the beauty blender did? Magic. Literal magic. I'm going to go in with my concealer. This is my favorite concealer ever, and it's so cheap, but it's so good, guys. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. If you're looking for a good everyday concealer, this should be your go-to. And again, it's so cheap, like it's dead cheap, and it's so good. I got this recommendation from Monet McMichael, and I bought one, and I had to repurchase when that one finished, because this is the only concealer that I have used in like the past year or two that I have repurchased, because it's just that good. I'm always coming on this camera looking crazy, but this is my concealer placement on my chin, sides of my mouth, and then I just bring it up. Then I also use the concealer to like reverse contour my nose, and then on my forehead, and that's my concealer placement. I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes, and then we're going to move on to blending. Okay, back to regular program. Now I'm going to blend in my concealer. I'm using the Peaches and Cream PC13 brush. It's just like this tiny brush. Can you see? Yeah, this tiny brush is also quite dense, but it's also fluffy as well. So you let your concealer sit so that, you know, it can be more full coverage for you to blend, and you try also not to spread your concealer too much. You want the concealer to be in the spot you placed it. I also like to really like blend the edges, because I used to forget about doing that before. But make sure to blend like the edges of your concealer, so it's like, for me, it's blended into my blush now. There's not much of a separation, everything looks in harmony. And then I draw some up into my eyelids as well, just to give like, again, the illusion of an eyeshadow. So take your time when you're blending, because that's essentially the most important part. You don't want to look your makeup to look as if, oh, the blush is in Africa, the concealer is in Jamaica, the contour is in South France. Oh, did I forget to mention? I forgot to mention I'm using the Revolution Conceal and Define in shade C15. That's like the perfect shade for me, because I'm not doing like a bright under eye. The thing with makeup is obviously when you're blending, some things can get lost in like the mix. So for example, I feel like my nose contour kind of got lost in the mix. So I'm going to try to reinforce my nose contour just by using the same brush, not any extra products, and just trying to bring that color back to the surface. You could do the same, like if your blush got lost in your concealer, you can use your blush brush to kind of bring it back in the in the areas you want it. If not, then I want. It's time to set the face. I love to go in with this L'Oreal True Match pressed powder. I don't know if this is discontinued or what, but I don't know where to buy another one. So this is my favorite pressed powder. It's in the shade 7 Warm 7W, and I use a powder puff. Blend that out at the back of my hand so it's even, and then I press. So as you can see, I kind of put this powder everywhere. It's like my favorite thing ever. Under my eyes, I put it on my blush as well to kind of mute the blush and also mattify the blush. On my forehead and on my brows. I don't like shiny brows at all. Me and shiny brows, we don't go together. So I always like to, any powder I'm putting on my face, I always put on my brows. And this is what the girls like to call the first set. So my first set is always my pressed powder, and then my second set is always going to be my loose powder. So now that I'm done setting, it's time for my first setting spray. That's setting powder, this is setting spray. I'm using the Beauty Crop Glow Milk Mist. It has like a nice mist to it, and I'm just gonna make sure to coat my face. You don't have to drench your face in this, just a local mist. I like to use my fan. So next I'm going to go in with my loose powder. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder in the shade Kunafa. I'm using the Mima 10 brush, and I'm just going to lightly dab this on my face. I'm not going to blend it in because I also want to like lightly bake as well. So just going to apply this on my face. While I'm letting my face bake, I'm going to do other steps. Going to use this Revolution Glow bronzer. This is in the shade Deep Dark. I'm just going to use a fluffy brush. And I don't use much because I like how my face looks already. So I'm just going to add this in spots where I did my bronzing or my contour. Next, I'm going to use powder blush. So this is the CoverGirl True Blend blush in the shade 345 Hot Firenze. And I apply that where I applied my pink blush, so on the high points of my cheeks up here. Then where I applied my orange liquid blush, I'm going to use the EX1 Cosmetics blush in Pretty in Peach. So I'm just going to lightly do that. Cute. Okay, so now I'm going to do my second setting spray. This is also by the Beauty Crop. It's the Wee Sherry Mist. So you have to shake it. For my eyes, I'm going to use two mascaras. This is the Kiko Milano mascara and then the Maybelline Sky High mascara. So first I'm going to go in with the Kiko. I'm going to top it off with the Sky High. And then since I am personally going for a more dramatic look, I'm going to use some lashes. These are just strip lashes I got off Shein. Next thing I'm going to do now, my lashes are on and they're cute. So next thing I'm going to do now is my lips. I use the same two liners I used for my brows. So my black and dark brown hair shop liners. And I'm just going to do it. So I slightly overline using my black one. And then I fill in the insides with my dark brown one. Kind of giving it like an ombre effect. And also like helps to blend the black one as well. And this is what my lips look like. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm actually so cute. For the center of my lips, I'm going to add some of my liquid blush. I'm going to do some of this blood orange. Just literally a dot because this shade is pigmented. Okay, so cute. Ooh, cute. I'm going to add a little bit of cowlick. Let me see what that does. Ooh. Ooh. See, with lip combos, I just do it on the spot. You never know what you might get. This is kind of cute. Like, I really like the matte look on this, but I just love a glossy lip. Who can blame me? I want to use another pressed powder. This is the H&B Cosmetics pressed powder, and it's in the shade light medium. So as you can see, I used one concealer and I'm using like 3 powders to set. So you don't necessarily need a brightening concealer to get like a brightening effect. That's just my opinion. So I'm going to use this powder to give my inner corners a more bright effect. Just going to do that. It's not going to be a drastic difference, but oh my gosh. Okay. To complete my lip combo, I'm just going to go over it with a clear lip gloss. This is the MAC lip gloss. And it darkened my lip. Okay, I prefer the matte lip. Like, why did I do this? Okay, so I didn't like how red my lip was pulling when I applied the clear lip gloss. So I'm going to go in the middle of my lips with Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade 004 Silk. This is my favorite, like, pink. This is the final look, guys. I'm very happy with how the look came out. It's so cute and I really like it. A lot of the products I use are actually very affordable, and it's not about the product, it's actually about the technique. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if it was helpful to you, and if you tried it, let me know how it came out. Thank you for watching my video. See you guys next time. Bye.